Hey y'all, welcome back to another episode of Triple P and J. Don't forget to
God damn it.
like, comment,
Subscribe.
ring the notification bell. Ding. He said subscribe too early. We gotta start over.
But subscribe.
But subscribe.
We ain't starting over the fuck.
Anyway,
We
have this week's topic, guys. We are talking about relationships, relationship standards, and
We know you love them.
Yeah.
or whatever she said.
We know you love this topic, so yes.
Oh, as always.
Oh, as always. The remix.
Play it again. Play it again.
Oh shit!
Oh my god.
All right.
So where do we even begin?
So much we could talk about.
With the standards.
The standards,
Mm-hmm.
love languages. Curtis, what do you feel like your love language is?
Say what you said.
Huh? What would you say?
Bitch.
We're not promoting.
They don't pay us, so we ain't promoting them.
My love language. I don't think I have one.
What?
I don't think I have
Oh,
one.
Like, what do you like when people...
I know what that means.
But
Okay. I like to talk about myself. I like them to.
Public affirmation.
I like them to.
Words of
I like them to
affirmation.
talk about me. Yeah, that.
It's quality time.
Let me know I'm doing good.
Affirmations.
That.
Physical touch.
The affirmations.
Acts of
I mean,
service.
shit, physical touch too.
I definitely am an acts of service kind of girl.
acts of service. Like, so if somebody does something for you?
Show me you love me.
Oh.
I'm one of those.
Yeah. Well, there's receiving gifts too. Receiving gifts.
Yeah.
What's yours?
Mine is, like, I kind of have two. Like, mine is like, it's hard to put this in. I'm going to just try to. I like it when someone is physical, like whenever they touch.
Physical
Right.
touch.
Physical touch. Like, I like that. Oh, Lord. Jalisa's found a new
I love you!
Jalisa's found a new TikTok, so. But no, like, whenever I like, you're just hanging out and stuff like that, and you kind of,
They're stroking their hand through your beard.
yeah, doing that, rubbing my back. I like that. And then I like it whenever I don't have to initiate the conversations. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
What?
It just shows that they're interested.
Right, you're interested in me, you're thinking about me, something like that.
Mhm.
I like that. Those are my two big ones.
Yeah. I mean, I don't mind initiating a conversation, but if I find out that the way we talking is boring as fuck.
Right, that you got to have a conversation. You got to be able to have a
Like,
conversation.
yeah, right. Me too.
Please don't.
Are you bitch?
And please don't just LOL me if we're having a good conversation. It's like,
Right.
okay, and how I'm supposed to respond to this?
Ooh,
Or
I
like
got the prime person on here that be doing me like that. So.
I do that when I'm ready to end the conversation.
Right, same.
Right.
But if we're in the middle of a conversation, you ain't gonna keep it going.
No.
Right.
Or like that, you get that same text message every morning. Good morning, how are you? I'm good.
Or you
Woke
don't
up.
get one.
Yeah, or that too.
Just telling you taking a shit.
I do. I come up with random scenarios sometimes. If I'm not feeling it, I'll just be like, yeah, I'm taking a shit. Or, ooh, I haven't shit in 3 days.
Yeah, not 3 days.
Backed up.
I'm just a little, get a conversation going,
Right.
But if I've got to do that too many times,
Yeah, but you'll know if you click with somebody on that kind of level automatically. Like, sometimes you'll have to work your way into it.
Right. You got once you get that past that initial, couple of week.
It might start off slow.
Yeah.
It start off a little slow.
But after like the first week where you kind of start vibing with each other, yeah.
Right. If the vibe ain't vibing, then we ride. We fall in love.
I'm dead. I'm so fucking dead.
Daniel?
I like to think that like I'm a couple of them. Words of no, physical touch for sure. I kind of like that, like the whole little touchy, but damn, I'm lit. Oh, what's the other ones?
I was about to say, it's on your phone.
It's on your phone. I will say, just
Acts of service. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say, just observing how you've worked and like getting to know people and stuff since we've all known each other. Like you're very much one of those people. Like, let me get you this. Let me get you that.
I like gift giving. Like if that's one thing that my ex taught me that I learned to like is receiving gifts and giving gifts. Like learning that person, learning
what they like.
What they like, and they don't have to tell you about it either. Like you'll just pick up on it, and then when you get them that gift, be like, oh, I didn't know that you knew that I like this. Like the favorite color, obviously. Like the smaller things, like for instance, one girl like she likes butterflies, and she likes blue butterflies to be specific. So, you know, got her certain gifts around that, books.
With blue butterflies.
Well, the bookmark was a blue butterfly.
Oh, okay.
See, you do that. It's cute that you do that.
Right.
Well done. And you like receiving the gifts.
No, giving
She
gifts
likes-
as well.
Huh?
Acts of service in
Acts of
general.
service.
Okay.
Because saying one thing and doing one thing is a whole
Mhm.
it's two
Right.
different things, you know.
Like if
You
you're
have
the,
to actually show me.
Mm-hmm.
right.
I mean, now that we're talking about it, I guess I like to give gifts too. I'm not really a receiver because I can't ever think of what the fuck I want.
Mhm.
So, yeah, I like to give gifts.
Well, sometimes I feel like people who give gifts
Aren't really
Are-
looking for anything in return other than like this person is satisfied with what I gave them.
Right.
But that or there's
I
sometimes
did that.
Yeah, bitch.
But as long as they're talking about you, you're good.
That too.
Do you find like it's hard to like verbally express your love towards somebody? So you do that. You show them. You like
Yes.
gifts.
I hate expressing my emotions.
Sometimes it just comes out, especially like with alcohol and stuff. But sober, yeah, I feel like it always comes off like corny. So I'm like, yeah, maybe I just buy you a gift.
See, I'm cool with corny though.
I don't mind.
I know
Corny's
I'm
cute.
corny to an extent.
I don't mind corny, but sometimes it just feels awkward. So I'm like, you know what? Let me just.
Like when I feel
Spend
like
some money.
it's gonna be too much, I'm gonna just go get something. I'm not saying that.
Right. I'll write you a letter.
Right.
It's a bag of
I'll put it in
Skittles.
a note.
Not the baskets. Mm-mm. But no, that's sweet.
So, love languages.
Daniel, what are your standards? Since we're talking about standards this year,
Standards.
this episode,
This
year,
episode, month.
this year,
The whole
this
month.
long ass year.
This month.
Well, I'm okay if they work at McDonald's.
Oh God.
Good on you for that. Good on you for that.
Play this song.
Love a bitch at McDonald's. Hold on. He said, "Can we get a Big Mac?" It's free. I got you.
Good on you for that.
I'm just playing with y'all, but standards. Damn.
Please
I
tell me
kinda-
you have some.
I do like. I appreciate people that are like not super stuck up. Like, I get it. Like, you want to carry yourself in a certain way, but I like people who come off as down to earth for the most part, but have like a high sense of self. If that makes sense. Like, you take care of yourself. Like you're not
Can't be
just.
insecure. Is that what you're saying? No insecurities or
No, insecurities are cool. We all got insecurities. If somebody says they don't got insecurities, then that's
They're
a lie.
lying.
That's a lie.
Right.
Damn, that's a lot. I didn't really think this through all the way. I appreciate a person that gets along with their family. I kind of like that because if you think about it, like, say if I was to have a kid with this person, and I feel like family is gonna be your biggest support. in a way. Not, I mean, I know it's not for everybody's case, but in most situations, like usually like the mom, dad gives gifts, you know, stuff like that. But I know that's not true for everybody. But it's just me. If in a perfect world, I feel like that would be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just those two things. Let's
There's
be a
more.
humble person.
There's more. I just can't think about it right now.
So I'll go into mine, so y'all won't have to call on me. I'm kind of with you. Like, be humble, but also know who the fuck you are and stand on that,
Right.
and check anybody that challenges that.
Yeah.
One of those type of people. Also, you don't have to have your shit together, but at least have a plan going for yourself. Like the topics we've been talking about the past couple of weeks, you could do that, but have a plan for yourself. And also, just not people that's self-centered.
Cocky?
Self-centered, huh?
Cocky? Or just
No, self-centered.
Self-centered, like it's all about them, 24/7.
Oh, yeah, they can't think outside of their own
Right.
themselves.
You gotta be a little bit caring of other people,
And sympathetic.
Empathetic.
empathetic. Yeah, have empathy.
That's always a good feature.
Yeah, that's
What about
it's-
like physical qualities?
That's
Do you have a
pretty-
standard when it comes to like physical qualities?
Elaborate.
Because I think everything that we said so far was more like personality.
I
and
think you're
just
looking
inside.
for, do you have a type?
I guess that's the thing, like a standard, like a type.
I don't really feel like I have a type, honestly, because every time I get asked that question, I ever think about it, like I can never think of anything. So I feel like my type would just be someone I could vibe with, someone who brings good energy. That's pretty much it.
So if they got like an arm missing. Would that be
I
a
wouldn't
problem?
say it would be a problem, no. It wouldn't.
Just asking the essential questions.
Okay.
Would it be one for you?
To an extent, yeah.
Why?
Because I just,
That's a standard.
it's a standard, yeah.
Okay.
How would you feel? Like if somebody was in a wheelchair? It's the same thing as like missing an arm. I'll be completely honest. I would just, I mean, I would like you as a person, but like romantically wise, it probably wouldn't go
I'm
very
not about
far.
to push you around all day. I'm sorry. I'm not finna help you in the bed either.
Oh,
Oh
God.
Lord, I'm gonna scoot you on
I
top.
don't want to do shit. What's your standards?
Definitely good hygiene. Like,
Oh, that too.
Yeah, you gotta have good hygiene. You've got to have
I'm
good
a
hygiene.
lesbian. You have to have good hygiene. Some common sense, please, because these women these days, good lord,
Ooh, common
You're all
sense ain't
nice.
common.
you're nice, but you're fucking stupid.
Book smarts do not equate to common sense.
Please, you can read. Can you read well? What
Here's the
else?
thing. Do you prefer somebody that grew up off like book smarts or like off the street smarts?
I can do like a
Have
equal
a little
mix.
both.
Yeah,
A little
I'm
bit of
good.
both.
Yeah, I'm good with either one.
Like
It's
you
just-
can't be too hood. You can't be too smart because then I'm looking at you like, what are you talking about?
Being there chopping up some spam in the noodles and
Ooh.
doing some prison food.
Not.
I told you I don't date felons, so I'm sorry out. I kind of have a type when it comes to women. Like,
Okay.
I especially love brown skinned women. Y'all slide in the DMs.
Mm-hmm. Jalisa. Come on now.
Yeah,
Her Instagram name is in the description.
Uh huh.
it is. I don't use it, but you can slide in.
Don't be shy.
She'll get it. She'll
Eventually.
get it.
I'll read it sometime soon.
4 to 5 business days.
Yeah. I mean,
Outside of physical, like how do you feel like do they need to be like mentally?
empathetic, like that. You can't be too self-centered, like y'all said. They have to have like good conversation, some type of humor. Like we funny as hell. Like
We are.
We're funny as hell, and I need.
You need to
funny
keep up
people.
with
Right.
us. Yeah.
What if they told you they don't cuss? If I don't
Oh.
Bitch.
The fuck wrong with you?
I'd be like, shit.
Like, okay, this might not be where you want to be at. Then.
Like us.
Like you met them, they're great, and like you realize they don't cuss, and like you just keep cussing, and then they just hit you with that.
I don't
I'm not
like
really,
that.
I'm not really like that.
That's fine.
Well, you
hang
go
around-
like somebody else, because it ain't me.
You hang around us enough, you'll start cussing.
You'll start cussing.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, that's all I can really think of right now.
Yeah, I agree.
What's yours?
Mine. Okay, so my standards. We've all had the discussion previously in the past 2 episodes, and one of my standards is. But no, like I kind of make it simple. Job, form, mode of transportation other than
Your 2 feet.
your 2 feet.
What about a bike?
A
That's
moped.
2 feet.
A moped.
It has wheels.
It requires your 2 feet to move.
A moped.
So does a car.
Huh?
The brake and the gas.
Oh Lord.
He needs something that's like non-manual.
Yeah, non-manual. A
moped.
moped. I mean,
With the helmet.
it'd be cute. I've always wanted to have a little Vespa. I like
I
riding.
didn't realize what that was until about a couple years ago.
A
A
Vespa.
Vespa. I had somebody tell me that. It's like, I can see you riding around with your little Vespa going through the towns in Europe. I'm like, what the fuck is a Vespa?
But they have a service chihuahua that they take everywhere.
Oh.
It's got a little cart on the side of the Vespa.
Ooh, that's kind of like, that reminded me like, she's a 10, but she carried a crusty chihuahua everywhere.
Oh.
What did that make her?
Tap out. But no, like you gotta have some vehicle, job vehicle,
4 doors, 2 doors. It's gotta have doors.
or a motorcycle. I know how to ride it. If you know how to, that's even hotter. So home, not with your parents. Other than that, that's really like all my standards. I could go into definition further on what each one of those is, but just a top layer: job, vehicle, home, type of person. There's, okay, I know what I like. I know I have a type. I genuinely enjoy most people. I know what I don't like. That. But like genuinely, like, and then this is probably why I'm still single. Like, usually my type that I go for is like the
Married.
I go for the, like, my type is typically like tattooed, kind of rough around the edges a little bit.
That man missing a thumb.
He got it cut off in jail.
I mean, everybody's got a past, and
I guess that goes back to the limbs.
I mean, well,
Paraplegic.
I have hooked up a couple of times with a guy. He only had one leg.
He was in a chair.
No, he wasn't in a
He was
chair.
on a crutch.
He only
had a
had
crutch.
one leg.
He had one leg.
So
that
was
was
his
it.
pant-
No other extremities.
So
Just
was he
the
wearing
one leg.
capris or was it the 1-leg jeans?
He had shorts.
Oh, he folded it in.
So was he in a
This shit flap around
wheelchair?
in the wind.
He had crutches.
He ran on the back of his bike.
He lost his leg due to cancer.
Ooh, I
And
felt bad.
yeah, and so
He did what?
He lost his leg due to cancer. Oops,
I'm gonna go.
we fucked up.
But yeah, and it was cool. But no, like,
So relationship wise, would you date? Would you date someone that was missing a limb?
yes. I mean, as long as it's like one of the extreme, like legs, arms, we're cool if you don't have both. Other.
You know what?
What else would they
I
use?
take what I said back. I would.
It blew off in a ball explosion.
I would. I would date a person with like a missing limb. Like if she is missing a leg, I mean, both legs, is a little, but one. But
Spinner.
about to put her in the. Never mind.
You
Anyway.
just carry her around.
Oh, in the
Put on your
backpack.
hip.
back.
Hey, call me Dora.
But no, like I mean,
I don't want to go here.
Just-
She's having a shoulder.
just because they don't have,
You go where I say we go.
just because they don't have both, you know, legs and arms and stuff, doesn't mean they're still not a person. They can still be gorgeous people. Like,
Oh, I've seen plenty of gorgeous women with prosthetics.
yeah, exactly. So you know.
I respect that.
Now, if you're tattooed, bearded, little bit of muscle chest,
Arms or not. Call them.
call me. They have voice dial.
He gonna use his lips to dial you.
How do y'all feel about people, and this question for all of y'all, how do y'all feel about people missing noticeable teeth?
I'm sorry.
It's a question for all of y'all.
I mean,
Where is it? Where are they located?
Noticeable.
Is it, oh, no.
Give me the
It could be at the bottom or the top.
How the fuck you lose that?
Like what if someone? Like what if someone?
She already knew it. I know you got somebody in your head right now.
What would you do? What would y'all do if y'all started dating someone and you know
Stick your tongue in their mouth?
they had like a
I'm not-
what is it called? Not an implant. The one that they
Partial?
could part where they could pop in and out. One of those.
Dentures?
No, just one tooth. If they had just one of those in the right here,
Denture.
I'd be fine with that.
and
It pops out. You just.
But-
There's an
If
You
age.
said they're
you
playing
just-
with it.
you didn't
What's that? What are you
know.
chewing on?
You didn't know that they had that, and then one day they lose it and come home missing it. What
I'd
would
be
you
fine
do?
with that.
You'll be fine.
I'd be fine with that.
Okay.
Like,
Yeah,
What if
as
you don't
happens.
replace it?
Like if whenever you say noticeable missing teeth, if you've got meth mouth,
Thank you. I was just gonna say that. Yeah.
there's a difference between.
How does it happen?
Some people
That's kinda what I
cover
want.
their mouth when they laugh and stuff, so you don't see certain things like that.
Right. But like if you have meth mouth where like your shit is like black.
What?
Nothing. I'm listening.
Okay.
Like, so
Like-
you don't see the meth mouth. Like, I've dealt with customers that do that all the time.
Like I
But you
cover.
can smell it.
Ooh. Like,
Okay, I feel like there's a difference between like if you're missing teeth because something happened to you
Right.
versus like if you
Just don't brush
you
your
just
teeth.
don't brush your teeth. You
Right.
doing drugs, like because people. I mean, you never know. They probably got in a fight, got their tooth knocked out, and
Right.
They got like an implant, or I don't know, just like a car crash or something happened. Like that was out of their control or
Right.
kind of in their control.
So that wouldn't affect the standard.
No,
No.
but like
Okay.
if it has to
Neither.
do with your hygiene is why you lost your teeth,
That's another thing.
then that's a no go.
Right.
And like I'm going back to what you said. Like when I laugh, I kind of cover my mouth too because I don't like my smile. I don't like my smile. It is what it is. I cover mine. I don't got my teeth
What's
are good.
wrong with it?
Huh? I just don't like the way it looks. But like I said, if all your shit's there, we're good. I don't care. It doesn't have to be all be there, but as long as you brush your fucking teeth.
What's your opinion? What's your opinion?
You knew damn well what you said too.
I can't.
Can I have some candy, please?
Yes, eat the rest.
Thank you.
As far as teeth go, I try to be a non-judgmental person,
They gotta be there.
But there's a buzz.
but
I'm sorry, I'm a teeth
when you,
person.
when you take it too far, it's gone too far. Please go see it.
I am like, if the teeth are missing, but like
I can deal with like a little
they got
gap.
an implant or a gap,
I can deal with like a little gap.
Mm-hmm.
When the gap like
you can land a plane to that thing. I bet your mama used to feed you SpaghettiOs like that. And throw that little thing in there.
I'm dead.
it's a water slide.
Imagine her sucking up a spaghetti noodle between her gaps.
I'd be like, what the fuck? What the?
I can't with y'all.
Oh shit!
Give me a kiss.
Give me what?
Give me the kiss.
Promise this.
I'm getting a little tired. And you fucking promise it.
Hey, can you go to the fridge? Give me a popsicle.
A what?
Popsicle.
But no.
Okay.
So with that, like, yes, let's bring it back.
Oh, I like the way you say that with that.
But like, so what would be some absolutes? Like, there is no like, what's absolute? This is not happening.
Obviously, drugs.
Oh,
To an extent.
drugs, hygiene.
We're talking about the hardcore shit.
Huh?
The hardcore shit.
He said an absolute no.
Yeah, there's an absolute no.
Yeah, hardcore drugs.
If you are on meth,
Yeah.
stay away from us.
You
You do a little cocaine on the side, stay away from us.
If you just stink, like when you get out the shower, you still stink. That's a problem
Ooh,
because
yeah.
you don't wash right.
I shouldn't. I shouldn't.
If you
It's a tutorial on YouTube on how to take a bath.
right, don't they got it on the body wash bottle too?
I think
How to
so.
apply it?
Oh.
Rinse and repeat.
Yeah.
Um,
Sad they got instructions for that.
right.
Again, rinse and repeat.
Yeah, lather. You gotta lather it
Lather.
in there.
Those two and just being too self-centered. That's like absolute no. Or just a bitch for no reason.
I ain't gonna lie. If you're a little too slow, like a little too slow, I understand. Like you might be just.
If you can't count,
If I ask you to say this out loud and you
That's the
stutter more than
problem.
twice,
if you can't count 50 cents without 2 quarters, we got a problem.
let me say it.
That's the biggest.
If you can't count.
I told you, if you start stuttering when you read that sentence more than twice, it's
That
over.
reminds me of in school when we used to call them the same person.
The bitch would be like,
We were so bad in school.
Do it
the butt.
again. That says book.
Y'all know the game popcorn, like when you're in a class and y'all are reading, you got
And you have to
popcorn to
pick
somebody
person
else.
for the next
So we're
paragraph.
all in the same. We're in the same English class in one of the years of high school, and there was this person, or a couple of them actually, that they had trouble reading. Like we're on year 12 now, bitch.
In time.
So
Get it together.
I feel bad about it now, but it's also funny. We would take turns just calling on this person for them to read.
Oh.
I would go.
Then the person would call on somebody, and then they would
We ain't
call
finished
back
the
on.
book. We ain't finished the book for 3 weeks because we gotta get how to read.
Oh my god.
This is the longest popcorn read session ever.
I forgot what happened in the last chapter.
That paragraph had 2 sentences.
The
In it.
teacher was like,
Damn.
"Fuck it, I don't even want to read quick no more." Next.
Yes.
I'm not gonna lie, that was my favorite part of the class. It's time to read? Okay.
Shit, that was my last class. I was ready to go.
Mine too, I went home after that.
I mean, like, for me, you gotta have a little bit. But, like, if you're rude to, like,
Customer service.
customer service people, we don't have a problem.
Yeah, so 9, 10, never mind.
That and. Yeah.
I mean, if you
that's-
clearly just messing up to the point where it's like I was cool at first, and then you just
You done pissed me off.
you don't piss me off. Then yeah, I'm gonna get a little ignorant. But if you just off the bat just come off these people like I didn't want this, like
Especially
Yeah.
if that person didn't do it to you.
Right.
And they're trying to help you fix somebody else's problem, and you just going off and going in.
Yeah.
No, we won't last.
y'all
We won't.
did this to my
Who is
shit.
y'all?
Who the fuck
That's
y'all?
my favorite.
I don't
That's
even
my
know.
favorite reply. Who is y'all? Because I just met you.
Right.
Right.
It's like,
This is my first time meeting
Yeah.
you.
can I get 2 checks, please? I just need 2 checks right here. Just
Swipe your card, bitch, because I'm
Here's
leaving.
your check. Here's my check. Have a great night.
Swipe your card. I'm
'Cause
leaving.
I'm not staying. There won't be a second date. Don't text me. Don't call me. Or if you tip shitty. Ooh.
So have any of us ever been on a real date before?
Like,
Yeah.
You just go to a date and you just met this person.
Has anybody ever taken y'all on a date before?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't think I've been on like a date where I just met them and it's like this date is just to see like you know what I'm saying. Like I usually have already like kind of gotten to know them for a little bit.
It's still a date
Oh,
though.
you're one. Okay.
What?
You're.
Go ahead, finish. Good one of who?
These days, it's never, hey, we just met, let's go on a date. It's always, let's text for a while and then we'll go out.
We'll go
Well,
out,
no,
yeah.
because like whenever it's like you become the friend first.
In a sense.
In a sense.
Yeah.
But you're
Well,
working towards
You don't
more.
have to be a friend first. You could just make them comfortable enough to take you on a date. Because nowadays you can't just pop up on a date like that. Like that's how you get. Never mind.
We don't meet people
Yeah,
in
you go
clubs
on
these
dates all the
days.
time.
I do go on dates all the time.
Yeah, but you come from like a little bit of a different era.
True. That
So
yes,
y'all
I'll
like
give you
we've
that.
had an episode where you said, yeah, we used to just
You go to a bar.
And you meet somebody and y'all go, no, it's not like that for us.
Yeah.
Right.
We
We
have
used
to,
to get
like-
rejected on the spot. And I'm like,
I'm gonna do it.
We're gonna text for a couple days and I'm gonna see if I'm wasting my money on you.
We're gonna see if you can actually hold a conversation before we take you out in public and have to sit there quiet
and
all
then
night.
Right.
if
That's
I
gonna
don't
be
like
awkward.
you when I take you out, then that's a totally different story.
Mm.
Because
See,
then
that's-
I feel bad. I played myself. at
Now
that
that
point.
we're talking about, like, that was another thing that I do kind of miss about being back home. Like, there was this one particular restaurant you could go to. The way it was designed, you could have
Back home.
in Tennessee.
Oh.
You could have. You went to this restaurant, and the way
It
that-
ain't in the bag.
it ain't in the bag.
This is. Oh, no, go ahead.
And the way it was designed, you could go and sit at a table and have a conversation, and there would be nobody around you, and you could just sit there and have like so nobody could see who. And if they wanted to act a fucking fool, you could just get up and go.
I feel like that would be cool though, like meeting somebody and just being like, hey, let's go on a date.
Yeah,
That would be like really romantic.
it's not like it's like you meet somebody, you have like a little bit of back and forth conversation, have a couple drinks when you're first meeting, and it's like, hey, I'm gonna go home, but here's my number.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I just probably haven't got to that point in my life yet because sometimes you be meeting these. I'm gonna say girls because they just be boring as fuck. They expect you to carry everything, the conversation, the money.
Really?
Like yeah,
Ooh.
yeah. Like
You
you
ain't never met somebody like that? That's just boring.
It's just boring.
They
Oh,
don't
yes.
bring shit.
I don't see
No
him again.
personality.
Don't see him again.
Mm.
I'll get.
I can't say that it's been like all the time, but a good amount of the time. Like the girls nowadays are just boring, ain't got nothing to offer.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That reminds me of that time
Go ahead.
that we went out that night when you had invited me out. No, it wasn't with anybody that we still talk to or I still talk to, but you had hit me up and was like, "What are you doing?"
Oh,
That night.
You talking about when I pulled up?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. What about it?
That sounds like that type of
Mhm,
situation.
Pretty much. Ain't got nothing going for herself.
Like the entire time you're out there and you're sitting there just doing this.
Well, she invited me out to the bar, and I like this was like the
I'm
first
talking
time.
about in general. Like if you go on a date with somebody and all they do is stare at their phone the entire time.
Well, with this
going
particular situation, like she invited me out to the bar. I got to the bar, and I
Talk to
sat-
everybody but us.
Right, like you invited me out, but you over here talking to all your friends, and I'm just sitting here and just like,
Right.
so why am I here?
That's why I leave. I wouldn't stay.
Well, no, she gave me the time of day after that after I said something because I'm just like, okay. So
I wouldn't have said anything. I'd be like,
So pretty much,
go.
You don't have
So
the
pretty
common sense
much-
to talk to me while we out.
Right.
pretty much, I
You
was
invited
there
me
to
out.
peep the scene and personality check, and I was like, I said your friend's cool or whatever, but where this gonna go?
Right.
You see where it went.
Right.
There you go. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, like I can't. Don't invite me to go somewhere and then no. I don't even have a conversation with if you're gonna go hang out with whoever or what. Don't invite me on a night out with your friends on our first date meeting.
Yeah. That ended up turning it into kind of one of those just like, I hate to say it like this, sorry, I don't care. It's more like a fuck buddy, you know?
Yeah.
And then after like, it was a weird thing. Like she just wanted so much for nothing.
Oh.
Like she had the expectation like she basically just fell in love and I was supposed to know it. I was like, how the hell am I supposed to know that? Like,
She didn't. She fell in love with you.
that's what she said. She said,
Oh, we're talking about two different people.
"Oh, are we?"
Yeah, you're talking about
The one with that start with
the one that we ran into that night that we were out with the person that you invited me to go meet.
who's the other one?
Me too.
I don't know their
I don't know what
name.
the fuck going on.
I don't either.
You brought me out there because you didn't want to go by yourself, and we ran into that other person that you're talking about that night while we were there at the bar, and you didn't know that they were back in town.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
God, talking code and shit on that camera.
I'm sorry, it'd be a couple of them.
So, but yeah. So if they're ignoring you, fuck that. Nah, there won't be a date at all.
But the one I was talking about, she was ignoring because she was there with her friends and shit. She would pop back up like every so often, take a shot or something that we probably that one,
okay, got it.
that we didn't want to take. And
the one that came out to the car.
Similar situation. Not doing that either.
I came out here for a kiss.
A what?
A kiss. I don't know where your fucking mouth been, bitch.
If you're gonna bounce all over the fucking bar and not pay attention to me whenever I'm going out, nope. I ain't got time for that.
No, she's an alcoholic.
Oh, well, that would explain that too.
She's pretty, but that's where like you kind of get into the whole like you can be physically attractive, but anything outside of that, like your character and just how you are as a person, is just
Your demeanor.
Yeah, your demeanor ain't shit adding up.
Ain't shit.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful cover. Shitty story. But no. What about you, Jalisa?
What was the question?
Right.
Like, what's a definite no?
Same shit y'all said. No conversation, no sense of humor.
Felon.
Yeah, felon, you out. Automatic out.
Bad hygiene, we all know that.
Once I get too many red flags, it's like, okay.
That's not a landing. That's just like.
Once 2 is cool, but once I start hitting 3, 4, I'm like, all right.
You ever try to you ever try to evaluate a red flag?
Yeah, it's like
maybe
maybe,
know it's a red flag.
Maybe it's not red, it's orange.
You don't want to believe it.
And orange is kind of yellow. The yellow's kind of green, so green means go.
Yeah, I'm kind of colorblind too, so.
Yes.
Oh, but then it's really a red. So I'm like, it's red as fuck.
Or like you're sitting there and you meet this person and you're like, okay, he's got this going on, but
I can work with it.
I can work with that. And it's like, holy
No, I can't work with it.
No, I can't.
Yeah.
Because like the whole time you're sitting there, once whatever that one little red flag, it just starts getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
It's a big ass red flag.
You can't ask him to change anymore because it's like
it's too late.
I've already accepted that this is you and I don't want to fuck with this no more. So
bye you.
Okay, so kind of getting into like dating time frames. So we're all kind of familiar with the fact that like most people kind of like talk, get to know each other, and they like make things official.
Right.
And then there's like the whole getting into like more serious relationships, like married and stuff.
I'm
like
sorry,
that.
lesbian relationships don't work like that.
They don't.
Gay relationships don't work like that.
So that's like
it starts serious from the beginning. Serious. I find out I don't like you. I'm no longer serious, and then okay.
I know you for 3 days. You should be in love with me.
Right, bitch. We go together real bad at this point.
Well, I feel like the talking stage, where you're getting to know them, should be at least 2 weeks
Before you start dating them.
before you start dating. Well, the talking and dating, they're two different things. They're similar, but two different things.
Right.
Well, I feel like dating is like it's official. You're officially like committed together.
Right.
Yeah.
And then talking is like.
So would you
What?
would you consider dating and being in a relationship the same thing?
Yeah.
Dating is exploring your options.
Right.
That's what I consider talking. Because you're still
you can talk to multiple people.
You talk to multiple people, but y'all haven't like, hey, we're boyfriend, girlfriend, 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 boyfriend, boyfriend, whatever like the case may be, you know. So I feel like dating and talking to me is two separate things. Like when I say dating is a relationship.
Right.
Y'all became like it's a known thing that y'all are together.
Right.
Because you can talk to people and be together with them and like...
I'll talk to 10, 15, 20 people.
Right. I went to a movie with you one week and I'll be at the fair with you another week.
Right.
Well, you break it down like that. Yeah, I get it. But...
Because if you do something with somebody, technically it's not cheating. I feel like if you're with somebody and y'all are dating and then you do something with somebody else, that's cheating. So that's kind of how I separate that line.
Yeah, if me and you've had this conversation saying, hey, let's kind of make this official. We're together. At that point, all hoes get cut off.
Mhm.
Period. That's just how it should.
Yeah.
For me, that's how it should be.
Yeah, I guess because the terminology, dating, talking, relationship, all that shit is, they're all cousins, they're all related. It gets kind of misconstrued sometimes. Once it starts getting serious, yes, it should be everybody else cut off.
Right.
Yeah, but that's kind of where Willis was saying, like, you have to kind of talk about it and make it be known.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you don't put that out there and you kind of expect them to think that way, then that's where shit gets messed up.
And that's
So-
where feelings gets
It's
hurt.
right there.
Mm-hmm.
But how long do you wait to have that conversation? I guess that was your question. How long do you wait to have that conversation?
My conversation, I said the talking stage, for me, I guess,
2 weeks.
if I'm really feeling you, it should be like 2 weeks, and then we're gonna have a conversation and see. So what are we doing?
Yeah, I kind of feel like it should be based off of, like, the overall dynamic, like how y'all get along, you know, like, you can feel for it rather than just talking for 2 weeks and then just like, okay, you want to date?
Right, it's a different feeling.
Right. Like, yeah.
So how does it work for you?
I'm waiting at least 4 to 6 months before I get into a relationship. I mean, I can.
Ooh.
That's how it was for my original relationship. We talked for 6 months before we started dating.
I'm not wasting my time.
I could see that.
We can talk. I can talk to other people. You can take it as serious as you want to, but I'm doing what I want.
Right.
Now, what happens if that person comes to you and says they want to date you?
Then I'm going to explain that I'm not ready for that. If you continue to talk to me, that is up to you. But I'm going to do what I want.
Right. And if they
Some
really
people-
like you, then they'll wait.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They'll wait.
I mean, I get
Respect
that. Mine's typically like a month and a half. If we've been,
But do you feel like that creates like a solid foundation for the relationship? Like when you've been talking for just a month?
well, when I say talking, anyway,
Well, whatever you do within that stage, it doesn't
Within
matter.
that-
I'm just saying, like, you could be talking and fucking them at the same time, but like as far as like making it official.
I could say yes, but at the same time, there again, as I've said previously, like I'm 43 and single. So obviously that tactic did not work. But
I mean,
I've also been seeing people and within like a matter of like a couple of weeks been like, hey, let's date. And it's like, no. Or like, well, whenever, God, before last, we hung out, talked for like 3 or 4 months. And I finally was like, hey, this is going well. I'm liking what's going on. Do you want to date? And I got told no, I don't. So I'm like, well, shit. Okay, what do I do?
do you ever kind of like wait for certain cues in the relationship or like the talking stage to realize that it's ready for the relationship portion? Like, let's say like people are like this. And this is just a standard, just me putting this out there. It doesn't work for everybody, but you guys are spending more time with each other, coming over each other's houses, spending the night.
Right.
You know, some of your stuff might be at their house, some of their stuff might be at your house.
We're technically dating, we
You're-
just haven't had the
yeah,
conversation.
Correct. So that's what I'm saying. Like, these are the kind of cues that personally me would pick up on, because then you know we're comfortable around each other.
I'm still going to talk to other people because we haven't had the conversation.
And that's fine.
And
I never
that's
said that's
fine,
not a
yeah.
wrong thing at all. I just think, like, that's how you know it's ready. Like, if it was ready to be that way, then you can make it that way. But if it don't, then it don't. But y'all still have that energy. Because you might have the same energy with somebody else,
Yeah.
you know?
Right. No, like I said, in my mind is like whenever I'm not fucking with anybody else, and I assume that you're not either, because like either you're always over at my house or I'm always over at your house. One of the two, we're never apart, and we finally have that conversation. It's like, all right, cool, let's have this conversation. It's just for me weird because I'm like,
I don't try to make it too formal, though.
No, there's no reason to. Like, hey,
I
you
don't
wanna...
like that. Like, to me, I'm all about the natural flow of things. You know, like, if it don't feel natural and...
Trying to force it it does not end well at all.
Nope.
So, yeah. Like I said, I always have a timeline for everything. It hasn't worked, but I have a timeline for everything.
Okay.
You're not getting an I love you for another 6 to 8 months. That's not happening for 6 to 8 months. Period. I don't know why. I don't want to say.
Can't
Tell
wait to
somebody
hear
that
that
you
shit
love
play back.
Yeah.
Oh, so you just don't throw that around?
No.
But it means something to you then when you do
Right.
say it. Because there's people like that all the time. They just throw the word out there and it don't like it has no substance.
I don't throw it around either. The last person that I talked to that said that it was like maybe a few days after talking, hadn't did anything too sexual, and they said I love you. And
they were trying to emotionally bond.
and I kind of looked for a second, and I said, okay.
I feel like people who say I love you too early are like not healed.
No. Well, no. It's
That
they
was
have
the
a lot of
case.
finding themselves to do.
well, and that's the thing. Like they've just me personally.
Get attached too easily.
Right, they get attached very easily, and they think that if I say this, you're going to stay with me.
But
That's
those are
how I
also
feel
the
it
people
is.
that think every person is the right person.
Right. There's no walls up. It's just open space.
Yeah.
Let's just date everybody.
I had to.
You pay attention to me.
I had to explain because I said, okay, like maybe I should have said thank you or something, but I was like, I'm not there yet, and that person was like, well, can you not say it until you are? I was like, I'm not,
No.
and I never got there. Because my I love you, if we're talking, is like I love you like a friend, but you're not seeing it that way. So, yeah, I'm not saying it at all.
No. That person's trying, like Jalisa said, like emotionally manipulate you into getting what they want, and that's
Right.
not.
Is that the same thing as love bombing?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
It's like oversharing your emotions or how you feel to try to get somebody to feel that same way.
Right.
That person was very manipulative, too. Still is.
Oh. So yeah. If you know who you are,
Sucks to suck.
Find yourself. Learn to love yourself. Learn like what you like, what you don't like. Learn about yourself. Because if you like, I feel like once you get to that point, then you don't become that boring person whenever you try to like be with somebody. Like, what do you?
and
I don't know.
right.
You don't discover like shit that you don't like. What do you not like?
You
Right.
shouldn't have to ask anyway. You should be able to like pick up on shit. Y'all should be able to do those things together. So you
Right.
can find
They're gonna
out.
tell you something
Right.
that they like to do.
Right. Yeah. Right. Because I mean, it's not just gonna come out like a damn essay.
Like y'all playing 21 questions or something. Grown as hell.
Mm-hmm.
What's your favorite color?
Bitch, find out.
What do you like to eat?
Ass on weekends. Like what?
Oh,
I'm
Jalisa.
lying.
Not the
Come
prison
on, I don't
salad.
think-
We
You
don't
are.
do that. We don't do that over here.
Oh, okay.
Only put food in my mouth.
Huh?
Food.
What kind of food?
The edible kind.
I like to taste the garden every once in a while.
I'm sure you do.
I mean, good on you for it.
We're not tossing no salads over here.
Wait.
Ah, that's what we're
You
talking
saying
about.
ass?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
He gonna say, yeah, no, now.
I thought y'all was talking
They
about...
already paused the show.
And then he fucking said garden.
You
He kind of
did.
just walked into it.
That is the garden. The garden is the rose.
Well, we were talking
The
about salad at that
ass.
point.
Oh, you talking about the back alley.
Yeah.
Oh. I mean,
I like eating ass. I say that.
it
As long as you're
depends.
clean.
If
As long
it's
as you're
clean, If it's clean, like,
I'm scared. I'm not doing
it just depends. Like, it depends on the person.
Mhm.
I think I've done it, like, I don't want to say I, like, dug into it, but,
I dug in.
you know, you get around it.
Yeah. I've
I'm
met people
grown,
who
like,
love.
I'm all about, like pleasing
that's
my
their thing.
partner. You
That
know,
is their thing.
I'm okay. Well,
They
definitely
love it.
cleanliness and being, like, just...
Go ahead. Do your thing.
Go ahead, finish talking.
Go ahead.
Because I ain't falling in love behind no ass. Oh, that booty ain't good.
Like
I'm scared,
There's
man.
been a couple of times somebody's been like, I want to be like, listen, I got some stomach issues. No, we ain't doing this. Oh,
I think I've only really done it with like one person.
I love it. These two look at each other and then they just start cracking up.
I do that with all y'all. We be on the same page.
We do.
9 times out of 10.
But yeah. Mm-mm.
It's the shoulders.
It's the shoulders.
That's Nene Leaks, y'all.
Yes.
Y'all want to look it up.
Please go to her story.
She's on TikTok.
It was
TikTok?
Instagram.
It was Instagram? Okay.
She on Instagram falling in love.
I'm dead. She walked in playing that, y'all. We've been listening to that all night.
She walked in. That's my move. I'm like, okay, so she about to walk in and be petty. But yeah. Y'all have anything else y'all want to add to the relationship topic or anything like that before we wrap up?
No.
Stop manipulating people.
When is
Yeah.
the time to cut it off?
When you get too many red flags. Once they start adding up,
Mm-hmm.
2 + 2 is going to equal 4, and then that means it's time to go.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yep. Consent is
When
a
it
beautiful
becomes
thing.
too much.
Yeah. Once you feel like you're overwhelmed and that person is too much for you, then it's time for you to go.
Right.
And if you don't want to leave, there's plenty of places out there you can get help.
Leave.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right. And
All right, guys, that
All
wraps
right,
up
yeah, because
another
we're starting to turn down a
episode.
dark path. So.
yeah. Next week
You know
we
what,
have
you know what, I like numbers.
another special thing. So a few episodes ago we decided that we wanted to do the Am I the asshole? Where we read the shit and decided if they were asshole or not. So we're gonna bring that back since Daniel's gonna be here that time. So we're doing a part 2 for that. So y'all stay tuned for that next week. And that wraps up another episode of Triple P and J. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you can see when we post new content.
Yep.
Subscribe. Shout out to Nene for the remix.
Y'all have a good night.
Night.
Bye.